This is gonna be a quick video on how to get the rx3 tornado rack installed. What I did was I started with laying everything on the ground, and my garage is tall enough. So I put the back bracket on the floor. Okay, then I attach the arms here and the arms here. There's 4 of them, 2 on each side obviously. Then attach it to the chrome. Once I attach it to the chrome, I install the pull-up bar and the back bar. Notice the footing on the front chrome bar and on the back. Make sure that those plates are pointing outward, right, outward, not inward. Don't make the same mistake I did. The other thing I want to call out is when you're placing these crossbars here, make sure you have the 1 or the lowest number pointing toward the chrome. Okay? Had some fun times. The bolts are 33 millimeters. I use an impact wrench with a combo wrench. You know, one that has a fixed front and a loop in the back. Just stick it in and impact wrench it all the way through. All the bolts pointing inwards. Okay, so they're all inwards. Then when you install the plate loaded, at least I have the plate loaded version. I feel it gives me more flexibility than the stack. Make sure you go from 10 and 15, between 10 and 15. And make sure you square it out on top, because when I did not square it out on top, the pulley cable was not tight, it was very loose. So here it's 9 and 16 on both sides. The smithing bar was kind of a pain in the ass. You're gonna need 2 people to do this, or you have a horse in your wood workshop or whatever, you can use that. What you do is you slide the bar through this thing, and notice that the round side is pointing outward and the latch is inside. You're gonna stick this bar here into it, which will then protrude out to this side. And you'll make sure you have enough room, obviously, because you're gonna need to slide this cap onto the little protruding bar and then screw it in over here. Okay, you can do the same thing on both sides. This took me 2 attempts because I didn't find a manual on how to install this, or the one that came with it was not very descriptive. So yeah, you have a horse, you can do it by yourself, a pair of horse, you can do it by yourself, or need 2 minimum, 3 better. 3 would be 1 person to hold the bar in the middle, 1 person to make sure this is good, and the other person does good. So then this bar comes down to this hole. I didn't put the spring because if you watch all the videos, there's not a lot of extension. So I just removed it and used all the rubber pegs here. Rubber, whatever this thing's called. So now I get a better extension, and it's been pretty good so far. So that's what you want to do with it. Okay, let's talk about the pulley system. All right, the pulley here, it starts with this area on the tornado arm. I have mine attached to the inside, and you basically use another combination wrench here and another socket wrench, and then I just impact this thing. Made it pretty easy. So it goes down. Okay, it goes down to the bottom, and it goes through and out the bottom. Okay, you can't go through the top. This is guaranteed. It runs across to this other one roller, and it also goes through it. And I'm gonna get up to the top and show you how it looks, because they had an installation video, but I had to watch it multiple times to understand what was happening. So that cable's gonna come up across these 2 aluminum, okay, and then so go down. There's a hole here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a hole here. It comes down that way. All right, comes down, it goes on the other side. My wheel here is not facing this bar down here. In this case, the direction I'm at is east and west, so it's actually pointing north and south, pairing parallel with my plate loader arm bar here. And it goes up. Okay, and it goes through that hole. Let me get the ladder so I can show you what the top looks like. All right, no cutting. I don't like cutting. I'm not good at editing. So that thing comes up, comes over this rolly or pulley. It goes across, goes on top of it. Yeah. Goes through top and it goes onto the side. And then it comes out on the other side. You can see that, hopefully you can. And once you do that, it goes through the top of the front rolly. To the bottom. And it goes through the tube out this way. Down through this rolling thing, and you got yourself a working one. So you don't want to tighten the string until you're done with your whole setup. And then to tighten it is basically I take off these nuts here, take this whole thing off. The wheel, the pulley, aluminum comes off, and I adjust these wrench here to get them low, and it gets pretty snug. So if you don't put this bar here in the correct place, so it's not 190 degrees parallel to each other, from the top to the bottom, this cable is going to be loose. And you're definitely going to notice it out here when you pull, right? Because it's going to be slack like this. And then when you pull the other side and you pull this side, it's not going to be the same. Your body's going to notice it. Other than that, I think that was it. Just remember, the most important part is the feet points outward on both sides and front. Okay, get your bar set up here. Get your crossbar going. The numbers pointed toward the chrome. Get your back bar. The back bar doesn't really matter. It has a 1 to 20 as well, but I didn't really care too much with it, but I put the 1 over there. And the cross and the pull-up bar. Remember the smithing machine needs a minimum of 2 person, 1 person if you have a pair of horses, and it's better with 3 person because it makes your life a lot easier. What else did I have trouble with? These pins here. These pins here come connected to the stopper, and you have to take an Allen wrench and crack it open. Now, what I can't find is, see this smithing machine? It has this ginormous hex wrench, and I cannot for the life of me find out what size this is. I went to Home Depot and I went to Lowe's, and I don't know what it is. The manual says 4mm, it's a 6mm wrench, but not for this guy. So either I'm missing something or whatnot. But what it is, I took my socket wrench, and there was one that's just snug enough, and I just kind of twisted lightly. But overall, my impression of this after 2 weeks of usage, it's a great machine. I like it. It doesn't wobble. It's very stable. It's about 1,000 some pounds when it's all done. Like I'm not moving this thing anymore. This thing is it. I hope that was helpful. Take care.